So in this video, I'm quickly going to go over our syllabus and our Canvas page. Since this is indeed an online class, it's important that you understand how to work Canvas and obviously have an idea as to the direction towards which we will be heading for this summer 2020. So let me actually show you where to access the syllabus. That's the first step that we need to take. So let's go to our Canvas page here. There's actually, here's the welcome letter I was working on. Okay, so you will see it. Oh, I don't know why you can't see me. There's a little detail here. There we go. Now you can see me. Okay, so this is us, 1B, where these two hypercats, maybe they had some of that catnip, or I don't know, but they're very ecstatic to be writing. It always makes me laugh. And with that, we enter our page. So this is our class here. Let me make this a bit smaller. Okay, so the syllabus is actually the first thing that you'll see here where it says syllabus. Simply click it, and you'll access the document here. It's a Word document. So I actually have it ready. This is us. Okay, so first page is really just logistics. It's indeed English 1B. Here is our section code, 12014. So just FYI. My name, my email. I do my best to respond as quickly as possible, so don't hesitate to reach out. This is indeed online, so it's all will be conducted on Canvas. All our class will be on Canvas. This is the school's definition of our course for logistical purposes. So that's here. But this is what I like to call the meat and potatoes of it. It's the intro that I wrote out. So check it out. Welcome to English 1B. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly, our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing, more broadly speaking, composition, impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us. This always gives me a vibe of like Legend of Zelda game. It's like we start the game. we start the term. So yeah, the human experience, that's our overarching theme for this class, and all of these subcategories will fit under that overarching theme, which is the human experience. Okay, so your pocketbook is going to be happy with these news. So our recommended text is actually online. It's free. It's what's called an open educational resource. So it's free. This is the link. I just want to show you. Let's go into our browser here. Go to the link. Okay, so this is really just an open resource with information about nuts and bolts. Like if you have any questions about things like thesis statements, audience, citation practices, a lot of the things that we did indeed look at in 1A. This will be an opportunity to revisit some of these foundational concepts if indeed you feel like you would like a little bit more guidance. So remember that this open educational resource is always there. These are all links that you can click, and the stuff is there. So I think it's pretty rad that it's free, so your pocketbook will be happy. Okay. So that's this open educational resource. If you wish to access it, that's actually here the second thing on our Canvas page, open educational resource. So the link is there. Everything else, guys, that we're going to have in terms of reading, I'm going to provide those as PDFs on Canvas. So fret not, you won't have to pay. I think those are great news. Okay, here's what you'll need. You'll need some highlighters. I recommend, my favorite highlighters have been some called wax highlighters. You know, I'd like to show you, if I may, what these wax highlighters are like. Let me pull one out. All right, I did find one. I found this dog too. I use this from our normal class. This is our microphone when we meet in person. It was pretty cool to open my backpack. It's been a cool minute since I've opened my backpack, since I've had to open it because we've been doing this stuff online. So okay, but I digress. So I was talking about the wax highlighters. This is what they look like. You can find them all over. You can find them online. I think maybe like Daiso has them, but I got these. I just got these from Amazon. And what's neat about these is that they don't dry out. So if you leave it uncapped, they don't dry out. Now you might be saying, Mr. Godoy, why on earth would I need highlighters if this is an online class? Well, there's certainly something about the physicality of annotating, so underlining, writing marginal notes on a physical document. So I highly recommend printing out any readings that you might have for this course, and then taking a pen and highlighter and being an active reader that way. So engaging with the content in that fashion. And especially for us tactile learners, I consider myself a tactile learner, and that might be you, certainly the physicality of writing out and highlighting helps a lot with reconciling new knowledge and really making connections. So it's helpful for the learning process. So highlighters, online access, obviously, since it's an online class, access to Canvas account. If you have trouble, make sure to get that sorted out as soon as possible. And and actually, I'm going to offer some help. If you look here at our letter, at the welcome letter, I offer the sources that Chafee offers for help with tech support. So check it out. Distance Education Free Tech Support. Here's their website. Here's where you can email them. Here's their phone number. It's all there. What more do you want? So if you have any trouble with Canvas, give them a call and they'll help you out. Give them a call or email them, whatever the case. And at the end of the day, though, you need to get your Canvas sorted out. If you don't, because this is an online class, everything is on Canvas. Okay, so writing on those heels, it's an online class. We need to remember something called netiquette. What is netiquette, you might be wondering? Well, netiquette, simply put, is to remember the human, okay? Tattoo that on your face, that this is a real-life person that you're talking to. It's not a bot. It's not a disembodied screen name. Not at all. It's a person, and you need to address one another respectfully. Now listen. It's okay to disagree with ideas, with the ideas of a person, but never attack the person directly. This is where my prerogative as an instructor comes in. So I will not tolerate any racial slurs or any pejorative terms, nothing like that. And it's my prerogative to, like they say in modern parlance, cancel that. So remember the human. These are real life people that you're speaking to. In other words, don't be a keyboard warrior. All right, and this goes from student to student. Same thing with when you're sending me a message or just communicating with me, and make sure to run a spell check too. That's very important. You would think that it would go without saying, but it's an important reminder. So at the end of the day, respect is huge. Okay. Readings. Okay, this is easy. Every job has its own responsibilities. If you work at Target, bringing back the carts in, cool. That's your responsibility. So similarly, in this class, it should go without saying, when we have readings, you need to do the reading. Not only that, but you need to complete the module for the given week, which I'll explain shortly. So when there's readings, do the reading, obviously. Part of the tasks for the week, which is what a module is. Module is just the chain of tasks for the week. So to keep you on your toes, sometimes there will be reading quizzes, and it's nothing out of this world, not rocket science. Just if you did the reading, then you'll know the answer. It's like a comprehension type thing, just to keep you on your toes. It's not going to be worth a ton of points, but it will be peppered into the modules here and there. All right, so here's what I was saying. Mark your text up. Okay, so this is so easy. This summer term, we have 8 weeks, okay? And with that being said, for any given week that we find ourselves in, you simply have to complete the module for that respective week. So this is week 1, all right? And since this is week 1, then you're responsible for completing module, pick me, 1. So you're responsible for completing module 1, obviously. Next week, it's week 2, you'll be responsible for completing module 2, so on and so forth. And to make your life easier, to make all our life easier, I will not publish the module. I'm not going to publish all the modules at once. Instead, I'm going to publish it week by week, okay, so you won't get confused. So simply, you just have to always complete the latest module, and that's how you can remember where we are. So just make sure that you complete the latest module. That's it. Excuse me a second, my neighbors are being a little bit loud. All right, I closed the window. Sometimes it's like that. Neighbors are loud. Okay, so capiche? Just complete the module for the respective week. You'll be good. Part of the module is going to have plenty of things like quizzes, things like discussion board assignments, and here's something that you need to know. So it's disingenuous to call it a discussion board unless there's an opportunity for bilateral communication, because if not, it's just a monologue that we are shouting into the ether or into space. No, so with that being said, aside from responding to the discussion board prompt, when applicable, then also you have to reply to at least one classmate's post. For the most part, the discussion boards will be you're going to respond to them in at least a paragraph, which is at least 4 meaty sentences, and your response to a classmate in at least 2 meaty sentences. Don't just say, "Yeah, cool story, bro," or "Yeah, that's cool, I agree," because that shuts it down. Think of it like a real life conversation. In real life conversations, you take an aspect of what the interlocutor said and you push it forward, right? So think of it like that, of pushing it forward. Okay, so this is huge, guys. So you cannot make up the discussion boards. And the reason being is because the discussion board happens in real time. So for that respective week, the discussion board is open. It closes at the end of the week. And here's something that I'm going to mention now because I hadn't mentioned it previously. So for the most part, modules will be due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m., okay? So, so if there's a discussion board within the module, then it's important that you complete it within this time frame, within its window of time, because you can't make it up, because then the conversation is already over, and like there would be no way for others to respond to you because that conversation is over. That discussion board is closed. So you can't make those up. So make sure that you stay on it. Stay on your A game. And like they would say in Spanish, ponte trucha. Okay, another thing that will sometimes make up our modules are our current events, which actually, believe it or not, we have our first one this week already. We're going to do 2 of them for this term. And check this out. Current event is such a fun thing. This is all it is. Number 1, choose a current article. This article could be about, could be in any topic or discipline. Like if you're interested in health, then certainly you can find a current article that pertains to the topic of health. If you're interested in astrophysics, then if it's something that has to do with NASA or some sort of cool things that maybe Tesla is doing, awesome. If you're into video games, same thing. Find an article, a current article, that's okay. If you're into makeup, if you're into sports, whatever the case may be, find an article on whatever that topic is, okay? So a current one. So in at least 2 double-spaced pages, you're going to tell us, hey, what's the current event about? What's happening? Why does it matter? Who's affected? And when it says how does its rhetorical work, by this, so first of all, rhetoric is the art of persuasion in speech or text. So how is it doing its work? Like, for example, what if you're looking at an article that is talking about why one player, maybe it's like about a player in the Dodgers, why that player is immensely instrumental for the Dodgers. So if that's the writerly objective for that article, then how is the writer accomplishing that objective? So are they offering figures or statistics or so just look at what it is that they're doing, and that's what we mean by how it does its rhetorical work. So same thing, like maybe you're looking at an opinion piece in Los Angeles Times about why you should switch over to electric vehicle. So is it using certain words that have an emotion, that elicit a particular emotional response, like certain buzzwords, or how is the writer doing it? So that's what we mean when we say how it does its rhetorical work. Consider its genre, and then here's the big one. Aside from only reporting, here's the personal connection aspect. So obviously, what's your reaction to the story? So there was a reason as to why you chose the story to begin with. If there's an article that you come across that relates to the value of gold, and you don't care, maybe the value of gold is increasing or something, and you don't care, then don't choose the article. Choose something that you care about, and talk about what drew you to it. What's your reaction to it? Obviously, you should care since you chose it. Does it affect you? How does it make you feel? What does it mean on a global scale, if at all? So sometimes news stories have global implications. Not all the time, but if they indeed do, bring that in. Okay. And I want to make this clear. This is in paragraph form. Okay. And I actually have some student sample current events that you can check out for ideas, all right? Now, you don't have to compulsorily answer each and every one of these. These are just guiding questions, but mainly I want to know what's happening in the current event and then obviously your personal engagement with it. Here's the big one. Your source must be credible. So please, nothing from National Enquirer about some celebrity giving birth to twin werewolf babies or anything like that. As we're going to see in our research workshop with a librarian, you need to always assess the credibility of the source that you're looking at. So again, please, no National Enquirer. Okay, so we're going to have 2 of these. First one is going to be due June 14. Remember that I said that each module is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So exactly next Sunday, which will be the 14th by 11:59 p.m., will be the deadline for this one. And then here's the other one, July 26th. So there's 2 of these current events. And yeah, so I'll remind you about those as they come up in our module. So you'll see these again. In terms of essays, we have 2 major writing projects. So 2 large essays during these 2 months. I conceptualize it like an essay a month, and it works out. Okay. Here's another thing too. So everything that you turn in digitally will be automatically. So I've set it so that it automatically filter through turnitin.com. So it's never worth plagiarizing. It's never worth passing off work that is not your own. If you'll remember from the foundational tenets of 1A, you need to always give credit where credit is due. Citation practices are immensely important. And with that being said, you'll be flagged if you try to pass off things that are not your own without properly citing them. So it's never worth it because here in this information age, yeah, the internet knows if this is from something else, so it's never worth it. We have next thing. We have a chat room, guys. So if you have a question, reach out to one another first before shooting me an email. Type in your question into the chat room and see if you could get some help there. And I'll show you how to access the chat room shortly. Once we take a look at our Canvas. So do you remember that we have a chat room? Participation, obviously do the work, and you'll be participating. Do the modules each week. Yep, attendance, I consider it like, you being present and and doing the work and actively engaging. Okay. So, tech support. All right, here's another one. So we have an IT department that you can also contact alongside this resource, the distance education department. So distance education would be more geared towards Canvas and such, and the information technology service would be more like if you ever have issues with your laptop or your desktop or anything like that, they're there to help. So since you're paying for a lot of things through your tuition, then use these services. So here's the big one. So information technology services, so IT service. Here's their info. You can shoot them a phone call here. So please, another one. When you submit, please use docx or .pdf. Please no GDocs. Things get messy when you are working with Google Docs, especially for the recipient, due to the fact that Google Docs often works with a system of permissions and makes it impossible for the recipient to open unless they have a permission. So things can indeed get complicated. So please abstain from using other formats. If you are indeed using Google Docs, you can just go to File and you go to Save As. And then you can just select one of these formats, okay? So just as long as you have it in this format, then you'll be good. Late work. Okay. Life happens, and life happens hard and fast, and it throws curveballs at us like nobody's business. So with that being said, you can turn in one late essay, which in this case would be only the first one. You can only turn in the first one. Although I don't condone it, but I get it. If something happens, then use your late pass for the first paper. Not for the last one, because that'll be due on our very last meeting, which will be the 31st, and by then our term is over. And I would have to dub thee the king of procrastinators if you if you tried to use this late pass on the very last thing, because the whole term is over. So if you want to use this, only for the first one, for the first essay, and you can turn it up to 2 days after its original due date. If something happens, maybe more hours at work or something, your child is sick, I don't know. Life happens, life throws curveballs at us. So if you need to use it, it's there. And what's cool about the pass is that you won't have any points deducted. All right. Okay, late homework submission. So first of all, let's talk about what a late homework is. A late homework is something like a worksheet. It's something like an outline. If there's like a brainstorm outline that we're doing, something like that. A current event, that's homework. What is not considered homework is a discussion board, because like I said, since that happens in real time, it's really something that after its time frame closes, then that's it. It can't be made up because no one can comment on what you submitted. The active conversation will be done and closed. So also what does not count as homework is having a rough draft on time for the peer review workshop. Okay, so you need to have your peer review workshop submitted on time, and I'll talk about that more as we approach that. But I'm just letting you know, homework is only things like worksheets, things like current events, things like outlines, if there's like a brainstorm, something like that. So, and you can turn that up to 1 day after its due date. Beyond that, I won't accept any late work. No, you can't make up an entire module. You can't be like, Mr. Godoy, I get it. This was a super hard week for me. Like, I get it. We have difficult times, but you can't make up the whole module. Like, no. Like I said, you can use the pass for say the first essay, or for one homework assignment. But you need to stay on your grind and stay on top of your module work. Revision. So you can revise the first paper, not the last one because it's already over. Class is over after that, and then I submit grades shortly after. But for the first one, certainly, like maybe you get a B and you want to go for that A, and you maybe work with a writing tutor, or just put in some real thought and revamp the sections that you need to bolster. And really quick, a revision is not simply dotting your I's and crossing your T's. So it's not only surface level adjustments, but it's truly revamping sections that might need to be made stronger in some shape or form based on the feedback that you received on my grading feedback and such. So we talked about. Okay, sorry. And for this one, so just email me as an attachment if you want to revise it. First, do let me know that you want to revise. Shoot me an email, and then send me your revised submission for 4 days. 4 days after it's been scored, at the latest. Okay. Plagiarism, we talked about it. It's not worth it, and turn it in. The filter will be on you like that. So it's never worth it. The Writing Center. So even though we are in an online class, there is actually help with the Writing Center. You can work with tutors virtually, and if you look here, if you look at our Canvas page, this section here says, where is it? Writing Center Tutoring. So check out this video for more info on how to actually work with a writing tutor virtually. That was helpful. And that was actually made by the director of the Writing Center, and she's a very kind and patient person. She's a nice person. Like to say, she's a good vibes. Okay. Okay. So Writing Center, student counseling. Here's their info. Here's their phone number. If you want to set up an appointment. DPS. Okay. Same thing. If you need to make accommodations, do reach out to them, and then you let me know, and we'll be good. So let me know of any accommodations you may need. Make sure to advocate for yourself there and get that done. So here's just a little bit grade breakdown, just for your information. So workshops, modules. Basically, just every week do the modules. That's it. For every week, there's a respective module, and just get it done by its deadline, which for the most part will always be Sunday by 11:59 p.m., and you'll be cool. Our 2 essays. Our dog is happy. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Godoy, we did it." This dog will join. 2 dogs. Ruff. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we are already at the calendar. Last thing you need to know. So the configuration of our calendar is as follows. So we have thematic units, and for this week we have intro/grammar. Cool. You can see always at the top what will be due for that given week. As you can see, the first thing that is due is your current event 1, which will be due. When are modules due for the most part? I wish this was a student. I'd be like, yes, Tom. Be like, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday's right. So Sunday 11:59 p.m. So we have current event 1. Here's what you need to do for the week. Essentially, this is stuff for the module. So yeah, at the top is what will be due, a little bit of reminder, and to do. For the most part, it'll just say complete the module. That's it for the syllabus, my friends. Now, briefly, let's look at our Canvas. And I've kept it really simple in the sense that I'm only going to publish the respective module for the week. So I'm not going to publish like everything at once. And yeah. So acting a little bit slow. I don't know why. There we go. Oh, right when it had loaded. There we go. Okay. So, okay. So here's what you see. Here is our chat room that I was talking about. And so I could be like, yo, what's good? You can have a little face here. My favorite animal is the panda. I know they have a panda here. Let me find it. There's the panda. So it'd be like, yo, what's good? Panda face. One thing, guys, please turn on the message alerts so that if you do pose a question and you get a response, then you'll be notified. Okay, so this is home. Our announcements, do be checking your announcements, and actually you'll get emailed. You'll get notified of that. If you're not getting emailed every time there's an announcement or anything, then, like I said, check in with the distance education phone number, which you'll see here in our announcement, and with any questions about Canvas. Another thing, too, here, let me show you. Distance education, yep, here's their phone number. Another thing, too, this is an awesome thing. See this question mark that says here, Canvas help? This is going to blow your mind, but it's a 24/7 Canvas technical support. What more do you want? Just call them, and that's it. They'll help you. It's 24/7. If that's not rad, I don't know what is. All right. So home, what do we need to know? Home, modules, and also grades. You can always check your grades just by clicking here, grades. And yeah, always stay on top of that, because I have the strong conviction that you're devoting so much time and energy, then at the very least you always need to know how you're doing in any given class. It should never be a surprise. So always stay on top of things and check your grades so you can know how things are going. And really quick, okay, so let's go to student view. Here's how you'll see it. What happened here? It's being a little slow, isn't it? Sometimes you just have to be patient because you just have to adapt. Actually, I'm going to reset my router afterward. Okay, student view. It got kind of hot. Student view. Man, it got too hot. All right. Sweet. Let's resume. Okay, so look, Module 1 for this week, Week 1, And here's the first thing you need to do, which is the icebreaker. And yeah, tell us who you are. Tell us if you have a major. Something interesting about me is. So I'll start. Something interesting about me is that I play the drums, and I have played the drums since I was 13 years old. Yeah. So just hit here reply. It's our first discussion board. And I could be like, hello, my name is David, and I really like music and playing the drums. My major is English, and I look forward to this class. Okay, and if you, I could be something like, lastly, I really like British short hair cats. It is nice to meet you all. If you want to post a picture, here's something that I want to show you. So first of all, find the picture. British short hair cat. I would like one of these one day. That would be awesome. Okay, let's say I want. Aww. This one looks funny and cute and fuzzy. Okay, so just grab the picture, drag it out, and okay. So if you want to post a picture directly, go. Okay, here's if you want to embed like a video or something. But like for pictures, you go here, embed image. If you go to Canvas, so here's the thing. Canvas gives us all our own folder. And so if you go to Canvas, you go to My Files, go to Upload File. So I'd like to upload this cat. It's a cute and funny one. So update, and bam, there's the cat. And I'm just going to leave this here. So I'm test student right now. Okay. Another thing too, if you want to leave an actual video, if you go here, insert, edit media. Actually, it's not there. Where is it? I know there was one where you can leave. There we go. I was like, which one is it? Because they all look like YouTube icons. Look, this one. So it's this one. It's this one that has the play button. So it was like the YouTube icon. So record, upload media. If you click there, you can leave a video. You could be like, hello everybody, my name is such and such. I am a nursing major. I really like the Dodgers. Nice to meet you all. And that's it. And if you just record that, if you don't want to leave video, just want to leave audio, just go to the webcam, go to no video. You can leave audio. All right. That's it. That's it for logistics. Oh, and this is another thing. You'll see the deadline. So by June 14, by 11:59 p.m., which is Sunday, Domingo. Next thing, guys, based on the syllabus, we have this little quiz contract. And honestly, they're just frequently asked questions about the quiz, about the syllabus. And yeah, so just look through the syllabus, answer this. And then lastly, don't forget to answer this, which says, hey, I've read the syllabus and I agree, and I'm ready to move forward as an English 1B student. Okay, so that's that. Navigate away. Next thing, guys, so for a lesson for this week, we're going to look at grammar. Here's the particularities of that. The documents that you'll need, and actually the grammar lesson is going to be in an adjoining video that you shall see here in this module. Yeah, so here's the homework for that. That pertains to the grammar lesson. And here's the current event 1. Here's the link for that. guys. So find a cool article, article that you're interested in, and just also any topic you're interested in. If it's video games or sports, society, whatever. So okay, so here's the link. Here's some student samples that you can check out, just to get an idea for what these current events could potentially look like. That's it, really. As you can see, here's always the deadline. See, 2:14, so 11:59 p.m. That's the magic number in terms of time, because the day's not officially over until then, 11:59 p.m. Midnight is already a new day. So make sure to get this done. Yeah. Another thing too, make sure that you do this stuff for the first week, because that's how I'll know. Okay, this person logged in and did the work, as opposed to this person did not log in and they did none of the work. Therefore, there are no shows. Therefore, looks like I have to drop them. So don't get dropped. Do the work. I think that's it for Canvas. Oh, there's a cool trick I want to show you. If you can click here, View Course Calendar, if you're a visual person, you'll be looking ahead, like stuff that is due. So you can write this on your wall calendar and know what's coming up. All right, with that, that's it. We conclude our Canvas tour. All right. So with that being said, welcome to the class, everybody, and I look forward to our 2 months of summer 2020 English 1B. So welcome, and glad that you're able to join our learning community.